Approximately 5% of children in the United States have a speech sound disorder. I'm sure everyone in the room knows a nephew or a neighbor that might say something like, "I like that bunny rabbit over there." If their parents are genuinely concerned about their speech development, then it will be my job as the speech-language pathologist to assess that child. Should I make a diagnosis, then I will also need to judge its severity. However, there currently is no standard for determining the severity of speech sound disorder. This means one speech-language pathologist might say a child's speech is mild, while another might consider it moderate or even severe if they are both looking at different things. One of the currently recommended methods is percentage of consonants correct. You look at how many sounds the child produces correctly out of all the sounds they say. Above 85% is mild, and below that would be more severe. But just like we as graduate students would like to be viewed as worth more than our GRE scores and percentile rankings, there is much more to these children than the percent of sounds they can say right. We might also see that the child is being teased in school for the way they talk. They don't want to participate in class. They give up easily when faced with a difficult task, and they struggle to make friends. Research shows that whether a child has difficulty with only one sound or many sounds, it can impact all of the areas I mentioned and more. The good news is there are reliable and valid assessments out there for measuring the child's communicative participation, social emotional well-being, and how the child views their own speech. The World Health Organization has also developed a framework known as the International Classification of Functioning that helps clinicians view the child as a whole person during the assessment process. The question is, are we using these tools? Are speech-language pathologists considering the full impact of speech sound disorder on the child's everyday life? For my thesis, I'm currently surveying speech-language pathologists in order to find out what do they consider important when determining severity. Do they only consider how the body functions, that percentage of consonants correct? Or do they also look at how the disorder limits activities, restricts participation, and affects the child's personality and emotions? I will be wrapping up data collection very soon, and I hope my answers to these questions will set a future standard of holistic assessment practices for speech-language pathologists when determining the severity of speech sound disorder. Thank you.